Surah Al-Muthaffifin, the 83rd chapter of the Qur'an, holds a powerful message about honesty and justice. This chapter, consisting of 36 verses, is a profound reminder of the moral and ethical standards that Islam upholds. It emphasizes the importance of fairness and integrity in all aspects of life, particularly in trade and business dealings. This surah, revealed in Mecca, is a stern warning against those who cheat in trade and other dealings. In the bustling marketplaces of Mecca, where trade was a central part of daily life, this message was particularly poignant. The surah condemns those who give less than what is due, whether in weight, measure, or value, and warns of severe consequences for such dishonesty. It reminds us that Allah sees all our actions and we will be held accountable for them. Every deed, whether good or bad, is recorded, and on the day of judgment we will be judged accordingly. This serves as a powerful deterrent against unethical behavior and encourages individuals to act with integrity and righteousness. This surah is not just a historical account, but a timeless reminder for all humanity. Its teachings are universal, transcending cultural and geographical boundaries. The principles of honesty, justice, and accountability are relevant to people of all backgrounds and faiths, making this surah a valuable guide for ethical conduct in the modern world. The name Al-Muthaffifin means those who give less than due, highlighting the surah's central theme. This term specifically refers to those who cheat others by giving less than what is owed, whether in business transactions or other dealings. The surah's message is clear: such behavior is unacceptable and will not go unpunished. It serves as a stark reminder that dishonesty in any form is a grave sin in the eyes of Allah. The surah emphasizes that even seemingly small acts of dishonesty can have significant consequences, both in this life and the hereafter. It calls on individuals to reflect on their actions and strive for honesty and integrity in all their dealings. The surah's message transcends time and place, serving as a guiding light for Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Its teachings on integrity, fairness, and accountability are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. In a world where unethical behavior and corruption are all too common, the principles outlined in this surah provide a valuable framework for building a just and equitable society. Its teachings on integrity and fairness are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. By adhering to the principles of honesty and justice, individuals can contribute to a more ethical and harmonious world. Surah Al-Muthaffifin serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of these values and encourages us all to strive for a higher standard of moral conduct in our daily lives. Before Islam, the Arabian Peninsula was rife with unethical trading practices. Cheating was commonplace, with many traders exploiting others for personal gain. They would tamper with scales and measures, shortchanging their customers without remorse. This rampant dishonesty created an environment of mistrust and injustice. These practices were not limited to trade alone. Dishonesty permeated various aspects of life, eroding the social fabric of society. The revelation of Surah Al-Muthaffifin came as a direct response to these injustices, exposing the wrongdoers and laying down a clear code of conduct for believers. The surah begins with a powerful condemnation: "Woe to those who give less than due." Quran 83, verse 1. This opening verse is a stark warning, a divine proclamation against those who engage in fraudulent practices. It immediately sets a serious tone, urging listeners to reflect on their own actions and the moral implications of their behavior. This opening verse sets the tone for the entire surah, highlighting the severity of cheating and dishonesty. It is a call to integrity and fairness, a reminder that every action is observed and recorded. The imagery of tampered scales and dishonest dealings serves to illustrate the gravity of such sins. It serves as a wake-up call for those who engage in such practices, reminding them of the consequences of their actions. The surah urges individuals to introspect, to consider the impact of their dishonesty not just on others, but on their own souls. It is a plea for self-awareness and moral rectitude. The subsequent verses, 2 to 6, vividly describe the actions of these dishonest individuals. They paint a clear picture of the deceitful tactics employed by those who seek to gain unfairly at the expense of others. These verses are not just a condemnation, but a detailed account of the unethical behaviors that are being called out. They depict how they cunningly take full measure when receiving goods but give less when it's their turn to give. This hypocrisy is laid bare, showing the stark contrast between their expectations and their actions. The surah highlights the double standards and the lack of integrity in such transactions. The surah exposes their hypocrisy and deceit, emphasizing that Allah is fully aware of their fraudulent ways. It serves as a reminder that no act, no matter how hidden or subtle, escapes divine scrutiny. The message is clear. True justice and accountability lie with Allah, and those who cheat and deceive will ultimately face the consequences of their actions. This surah is a powerful call to honesty, fairness, and moral integrity, urging believers to uphold these values in all their dealings. Surah Al-Muthaffifin emphasizes the importance of honesty and justice in all our dealings. It reminds us that our actions have consequences, both in this world and the hereafter. When we are honest, we build trust and earn respect. When we are just, we create a fairer and more equitable society. The surah highlights that true success lies not in material wealth, but in righteousness and integrity. It encourages us to strive for excellence in our character and conduct, reminding us that our deeds are being recorded. Section 5. The consequences of deception. The surah doesn't just stop at condemning dishonesty, it goes on to describe the dire consequences awaiting those who persist in their deceitful ways. It paints a vivid picture of the fate that awaits those who choose to deceive others for their own gain. It warns of a painful punishment in the hereafter where their deeds will be weighed on a just scale. This scale is not just a metaphor but a divine instrument of justice, ensuring that every action, no matter how small, is accounted for. This serves as a stark reminder that our actions have eternal implications. The imagery of the graveyard and the hourglass underscores the fleeting nature of our earthly existence and the permanence of the hereafter. While we may be able to deceive others in this world, we cannot escape the judgment of Allah. The surah makes it clear that divine justice is inescapable and that every deceitful act will be brought to light. The surah emphasizes that true peace and happiness lie in living a life of honesty and integrity. It encourages us to foster relationships built on trust and to engage in actions that reflect our moral and ethical values. By doing so, we not only secure our place in the hereafter, but also create a harmonious and just society in this world. Ultimately, the message is clear. Deception may offer temporary gains, but it leads to long-term suffering. In contrast, a life of honesty and integrity brings lasting peace and fulfillment, both in this world and the next. Section 6. Embracing honesty, upholding justice. Surah Al-Muthaffifin is not just a warning, it's also a guide. It calls upon believers to embrace honesty and uphold justice in all aspects of their lives. It encourages us to be fair in our dealings, whether in business, personal relationships, or any other sphere of life. The surah reminds us that honesty is not just about telling the truth, it's about living a life of integrity. Where our actions align with our words, it's about standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult. Section 7. The virtues of reciting Surah Al-Muthaffifin. In Islamic tradition, reciting Surah Al-Muthaffifin is believed to bring numerous blessings and virtues. It is said to purify the heart, protect against hypocrisy, and instill a sense of justice and fairness. Regular recitation of this surah serves as a constant reminder of the importance of honesty and integrity. It helps us stay mindful of our actions and strive to live a life pleasing to Allah. Section 8. A timeless message for humanity. The message of Surah Al-Muthaffifin is universal and timeless. It speaks to the inherent human desire for fairness and justice. It reminds us that honesty is not just a religious obligation, but a fundamental human value. The surah's teachings are particularly relevant in today's world, where dishonesty and corruption seem to be on the rise. It serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that change is possible if we commit to living by the principles of honesty and justice. Section 9. Applying the lessons in our lives. The teachings of Surah Al-Muthaffifin have practical implications for our daily lives. We can apply its lessons by being honest in our words and actions, fulfilling our promises and treating others with fairness and respect. We can also promote honesty and justice in our communities by speaking out against injustice, supporting ethical businesses, and raising our children with strong moral and ethical values. Section 10. Conclusion, a call to integrity. Surah Al-Muthaffifin is a powerful reminder of the importance of honesty and justice. It is a call to integrity, urging us to live lives that reflect the noble values enshrined in the Qur'an. By internalizing its message and applying its lessons, we can create a more just and equitable world for ourselves and future generations. Let us strive to be among those who uphold truth and righteousness, earning the pleasure of Allah and contributing to a better tomorrow.